we're going to dive into a coin that's generated a lot of buzz in the numismatic world, the 2016 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. We're talking history, value, and why this coin could be worth millions of dollars. Let's get into it. First, let's take a step back and understand why this particular quarter is so significant. The 2016 P Washington quarter is a part of the United States Mint's America the Beautiful Quarters series. But what makes this coin stand out is that it's the first ever U.S. coin to carry the P Mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint in circulation. Typically, coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint don't have a mint mark, but the 2016 P was issued as a special tribute to honor the 225th anniversary of the United States Mint. This historical change caught the attention of collectors and casual coin enthusiasts alike. But that's just the beginning of this coin's value story. Now, let's talk about the design. The 2016 P Washington quarter features an image of George Washington, as you would expect, but it's paired with a stunning design that celebrates the National Park of Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. The reverse shows a view of John Brown's fort and symbolizes the fight for freedom and unity during the Civil War era. It's a beautiful tribute to American history, but here's the kicker. Not only does it have historical significance, but the fact that it's the first quarter to ever carry the P Mint mark is what makes it a must-have for collectors. Mint errors are where things get interesting. Some 2016 P quarters were found with striking errors, coins that were struck with double dies, incorrect design placement, or even coins that were improperly alloyed. These mistakes are gold mines for collectors, as they're much rarer than regular quarters. For example, a 2016 P quarter with a double die reverse error could easily fetch thousands of dollars, and in some cases, rare examples with major mistakes have sold for over $1 million. That's right. A simple coin worth 25 cents could become $1 million treasure if the right errors are found. Now, let's talk about how you can spot these valuable errors. It's all about looking closely. Here's what to watch for. Double die errors. These are where certain parts of the coin's design show double details, like George Washington's face or the lettering around the coin. Off-center strikes. If you find a 2016 P quarter with a design that's misaligned or cut off, it could be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Clipped coins. This happens when the blank metal planchet gets clipped during production, and you can often find these on the edge of the coin. If you spot any of these errors, make sure to get the coin authenticated by a professional numismatist to determine its true worth. Now, let's talk about the potential for collecting or even investing in the 2016 P Washington quarter. While most of these coins are found in circulation, the ones that make it into mint condition or those with rare errors can be incredibly valuable. If you're a serious collector, you might want to consider setting aside any 2016 P quarters you come across. And for those looking to invest in coins, this is an excellent time to start collecting this series. Given the historical significance, combined with the potential for errors, this could be a solid investment opportunity. Just make sure to keep an eye out for those rarer variants and get them certified by a trusted grading service. To wrap it up, the 2016 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is not only a historic piece of American coinage, but also a potential treasure for collectors and investors alike. Whether it's the first ever Philadelphia mint-marked coin or one of the rare error variants, this coin is definitely one to keep on your radar. So, do you have a 2016 P Washington quarter in your collection, or have you come across any with errors? Let me know in the comments below and share your experiences. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. And as always, subscribe for more amazing coin insights. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2006 P Washington quarter dollar. This coin isn't just a piece of history. It's a hidden treasure worth millions of dollars. Stick around as we uncover its value, history, and why some of these coins are selling for a small fortune. Let's start with a little background. The 2006 P Washington quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, a series launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999 to celebrate each of the 50 states with unique quarter designs. The 2006 quarter represents Nevada, famously known as the Silver State. This coin is special because it features the classic Washington portrait, which has graced the quarter since 1932. with a new reverse design showcasing Nevada's iconic state outline and the Silver State nickname. But what makes the 2006 P quarter stand out? The 2006 P Mint Mark quarter, minted in Philadelphia, has an interesting rarity factor. With over 600 million of these quarters produced, you'd think they would be common and not worth much. But here's the twist: certain rare varieties of this quarter have made headlines at auctions and among collectors. First up are the mint errors. Certain 2006 P quarters were struck with flaws that have driven their value through the roof. These include misaligned dies, double strikes, and even coins with overpolished dies, which cause the design to look unusual and make them much rarer. But that's not all. One of the most valuable versions of the 2006 P quarter is the one with a partial collar error, which creates a distorted shape and a higher degree of rarity. Coins with these kinds of errors are highly sought after and can fetch millions at auction. Why are these 2006 P quarters worth millions of dollars? Well, it's all about rarity and condition star. A coin's value skyrockets when it's in pristine condition, especially if it has an error that's not commonly found in circulation. One example. A 2006 P quarter with a striking error could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, and for the truly rare, pristine mint condition coins, some have been sold for over $1 million. The appeal of these coins to collectors and investors is undeniable, making them not just a piece of history, but also a highly coveted investment. So, how can you identify a rare 2006 P Washington quarter? First, check the mint mark. That P means it was minted in Philadelphia. Then, look closely for any flaws or anomalies in the design, especially around the edges. A partial collar error will distort the outer rim of the coin, while double strikes can make parts of the design appear thicker or off-center. If you think you've got a rare one, don't hesitate to get it professionally graded by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. They'll help determine the coin's condition and rarity, which directly impacts its value. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 2006 P Washington quarter offers a thrilling journey into the world of rare coins. With potential mint errors and pristine examples fetching millions, this coin could very well be hiding in your spare change. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rarities, make sure to get it checked. You might just have a small fortune on your hands. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay up to date with all things coin collecting. We're diving into a coin that has fascinated collectors and is absolutely worth knowing about: the 1999 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. This seemingly normal coin could actually be hiding something incredible. So let's get started with the history, value, and why some of these coins are worth millions of dollars. Let's rewind back to 1999. This was a year full of change in the United States, especially in the world of coins. The 1999 Washington quarter was part of the 50-state quarters program, which was a groundbreaking series released by the U.S. Mint to celebrate each state with a unique design on the reverse side of the quarter. The program ran from 1999 all the way through 2008, and each state was honored with a unique design that reflected its history and heritage. For 1999, there were 5 quarters released, one for each of the states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. The quarters featured designs that were deeply tied to the individual states, like the Pennsylvania quarter featuring a keystone symbol or the Georgia quarter with a peach, the state's famous fruit. Now, the P in 1999 P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where the coin was produced. The 1999 P Washington quarter features the iconic image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, which has been a part of U.S. currency since 1932. The front of the coin shows Washington's profile, and on the reverse, you'll find one of the state-specific designs, depending on which quarter you're holding. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Most of the 1999 P quarters are worth face value 25 cents. However, there are some rare varieties and conditions where these quarters can be worth a lot more than that. Some of the rare 1999 P quarters have become highly sought after by collectors. If you have a 1999 P quarter in pristine condition, especially one with a high grade of MS67 or higher, you're looking at a coin worth hundreds of dollars. But wait, there's more. One of the most valuable varieties of the 1999p quarter is the 1999p Delaware quarter with the famous spitting horse error. This rare coin got its name because it looks like the horse on the reverse design is spitting. This occurred due to a minting error where excess metal from the die caused a noticeable spill near the horse's mouth. Only a small number of these coins exist, and collectors have been paying thousands for these rarities. Recently, one of these rare 1999p spitting horse quarters sold for more than $200,000 at auction, and that's not the only record breaker. Other high-grade examples of the 1999p quarters, especially those with unique errors or perfect grades, have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, making them some of the most valuable coins in modern U.S. numismatics. So, if you have any 1999p Washington quarters sitting around in your collection, it's definitely worth checking them closely. If they have a unique error, or if they're in excellent condition, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure. So, how do you identify a valuable 1999p quarter? First, check the condition of the coin. Coins with minimal wear, no scratches, and strong detail are more likely to be high-grade. You can have your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to know its true value. And don't forget to look for that spitting horse error. It's rare, but worth searching for. To sum it up, while most 1999p Washington quarters are worth just 25 cents, certain varieties, especially the rare spitting horse error, can fetch a fortune. Keep an eye out for these hidden gems in your coin collection, and who knows, you might just find yourself holding a $1 million coin. Thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more coin collecting tips and rare finds. Until next time, happy hunting! This script takes the viewer through a captivating journey, starting with the history of the 1999p Washington quarter, explaining the factors that contribute to its value, and highlighting the error variety that could make it worth millions. The combination of storytelling and practical tips on how to identify these valuable coins will engage coin collectors and enthusiasts alike. We're diving into an iconic coin, the 2001p Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. And trust me, there are some serious surprises ahead. From its rich history to the potential value of this coin, you're not going to want to miss this. Let's start with a quick history lesson. The Washington quarter, introduced in 1932, was designed to honor the first U.S. president, George Washington. By 2001, the design had already undergone a few changes. The 2001 quarter is part of the state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. 2001 was a year for some exciting releases. That year, 5 new state quarters were minted, each representing a different state, and each featuring a unique design. The 2001p Mint Mark quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and is part of the group that included quarters for New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. Since these quarters were struck as part of the highly successful state quarters program, they carry a special significance for collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Now, let's talk about the value. If you're thinking the 2001p Mint Mark quarter is just another standard coin, think again. While it's worth just 25 cents in everyday circulation, certain versions of this coin can fetch much higher prices, especially when in pristine condition. For example, if you find a 2001p Washington quarter in mint state 68 or higher, it could be worth anywhere from $10 to $50, or even more. But here's the catch. Not just any 2001p quarter will be worth that much. It has to be in exceptional, uncirculated condition. But there's more to this story. Did you know that some 2001p Washington quarters are worth millions? Yes, you heard that right. Millions of dollars. Let me tell you about a specific variety. There are rumors of error coins within the 2001p quarters, such as double die obverse coins or coins with misaligned strikes. These errors are incredibly rare but incredibly valuable. One such error coin was auctioned for more than $1.8 million. If you come across one of these error coins, you could be holding a true treasure in your hands. So, how do you know if your 2001p quarter is worth millions? Well, first check the condition. A coin in perfect, Uncirculated condition is your first step to discovering its true value. Next, look for any errors. Double-check for common errors like doubling on the lettering or misalignments of the design. It's also worth getting your coin professionally graded by a service like NGC or PCGS. Having your coin graded can increase its value dramatically if it's in exceptional shape or has a rare error. A high grade can make the difference between a quarter worth a few bucks or one worth thousands. So, there you have it. The 2001 P Mint Mark Washington quarter may look like just another coin, but it has the potential to be so much more, especially if you're lucky enough to find a rare error or in mint condition. If you've got a 2001 P quarter in your collection, take a close look at it. It might just be worth a lot more than you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more coin collecting tips and tricks. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep collecting those treasures. We're diving into the 1994 P Washington quarter dollar, a coin with a fascinating history, growing value, and some extremely rare examples that could be worth millions of dollars. Now, you might be thinking, the 1994 P Washington quarter? That sounds pretty common. And for the most part, it is. But there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye, and some very rare errors that make it highly sought after by collectors. Let's break it down. The Washington quarter dollar was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1994, this coin had been in circulation for decades, and the U.S. Mint was continuing to produce it at several minting facilities across the country, including the Philadelphia Mint. The P Mint mark indicates that the coin was struck in Philadelphia, which is where the 1994 P quarters come from. Throughout the years, the Philadelphia Mint has been the main source for these quarters, and the 1994 P was one of the standard circulating coins. But here's where things get interesting. Normally, a 1994 P Washington quarter in average condition is worth its face value, 25 cents. Even in higher grade, gem quality condition, it's not much more than $5 to $10, depending on its preservation. While that might not sound like much, it's always important to understand the context. The 1994 P Washington quarter is a common coin, but it's the rare and valuable variations we'll talk about next that could make this coin a goldmine for collectors. Here's where the magic happens. While the 1994 P Washington quarter is generally not worth a lot, some rare error coins have been discovered, and these can fetch incredible prices at auction. One of the most sought-after error types for the 1994 P Washington quarter is the double die error. This happens when the coin is struck twice during the minting process, causing a doubling effect on the design, most commonly seen on Washington's face and lettering. If you find one of these, you're looking at a coin worth anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 depending on the severity of the doubling. But there's an even rarer find, the off-center strike or misaligned die asterisk errors. These coins are struck improperly, with the design shifted off-center, which creates a unique look. In some cases, these can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. In fact, a 1994 P off-center Washington quarter recently sold at auction for nearly $100,000. First, check for any signs of doubling in the design, especially on George Washington's face and the lettering around the rim. Next, inspect the edge of the coin for any misalignment or off-center strikes. If the design looks out of place or the coin's not fully centered, you may have a rare error. And lastly, look for any signs of unusual where that could make the coin stand out in a collection. If you think you have a rare 1994 P Washington quarter, you'll want to get it evaluated by a professional coin grader. After getting a grade, you can sell it through auction houses, online marketplaces, or coin dealers who specialize in rare coins. So, there you have it. The 1994 P Washington quarter dollar may seem like just another coin, but with the right rare error, it could be worth millions. If you find one of these valuable pieces, don't just toss it in your jar of change. Get it evaluated and see if you've got a rare treasure on your hands. We have something extraordinary to talk about, the 2000 P Washington quarter. This coin has been the subject of a lot of attention recently due to its history, rarity, and astonishing value. Some of these quarters are worth millions of dollars. So, Let's dive into the details. First, let's talk about its history. The 2000p Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. This coin features the iconic George Washington design, created by John Flanagan. But what's really interesting is that it's part of a specific series of quarters released in the year 2000, with a distinctive P mint mark on the reverse. It was produced to commemorate George Washington's legacy and its place in American history. As you can see, the coin's design includes the profile of George Washington on the obverse, with the phrase "Liberty" above him and "In God We Trust" to the right. On the reverse, we find the eagle perched with the words "United States of America" and "E pluribus unum." Nothing too out of the ordinary for a Washington quarter, right? Well, here's where it gets really interesting. The value of the 2000p Washington quarter isn't just about its regular design. The key to its staggering worth lies in its rarity and special varieties. Most 2000p quarters are only worth their face value of 25 cents or a little bit more, especially in lower grades. But the magic happens when you find one in mint condition or with unique errors. One of the most sought-after varieties is the 2000p wide AM error, where the AM in America on the reverse is spaced farther apart than normal. This error is very rare and makes the coin highly valuable to collectors. But there's more. The 2000p double die quarter, where the coin shows a slight doubling in the letters or numbers, is another error that can skyrocket its value. These errors are incredibly rare, and finding one can be like striking gold. Now, for the big question, how much is this coin actually worth? In standard circulated condition, a 2000p Washington quarter isn't worth much more than face value. But in pristine condition, especially those with errors, these coins can be worth anywhere from several $100s to thousands of dollars. Some rare, error-free 2000p quarters in mint condition can fetch $5,000 or more at auction. And if you find a 2000p wide AM or double die error coin, you could be looking at values that exceed $100,000 or even more. There's even talk of some of these coins being worth millions of dollars depending on their rarity and condition. So what makes these error coins so valuable? The rarity of these errors combined with the fact that many of these coins were minted and then quickly spent as everyday currency means that there are very few left in high-quality condition. Add to that the fact that error coins are incredibly desirable among collectors, and it's easy to see why the 2000p Washington quarter can fetch such astronomical prices. Now that you know the history and potential value of the 2000p Washington quarter, keep an eye out for those rare error varieties. If you're a coin collector, this is definitely one to keep in your collection. And remember, whether you're buying or selling, always do your research and have your coins authenticated by a professional before making any major decisions. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and you could be holding on to something worth far more than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you never miss out on future coin hunting tips. Until next time, happy collecting! We have a special topic that could change your coin collecting journey. The 2014 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. You might have one of these coins sitting in your collection or even in your change jar right now. But did you know it could be worth millions? That's right, millions. Stick around, and let's dive into the history, value, and the secrets of this incredible coin. The Washington quarter dollar was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Over the decades, this coin has undergone a few changes, but one thing that has remained consistent is its depiction of the first president of the United States, George Washington. However, the 2014 P Mint Mark quarter stands out for a few reasons. In 2014, the U.S. Mint continued the America the Beautiful Quarters program, showcasing national parks and landmarks from around the country. For the 2014 release, the coin featured the Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, highlighting the stunning dunes and the natural beauty of this iconic location. Now, the P Mint mark on the 2014 quarter signifies that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. For decades, quarters struck at the Philadelphia Mint didn't carry a mint mark, but in 2012, the U.S. Mint started placing the P on quarters to celebrate the 225th anniversary of the Philadelphia Mint. That's why when you come across a 2014 P quarter, it's a unique part of American coin history. Now, let's talk about the real question. How much is your 2014 P Mint Mark Washington quarter worth? On its own, if the coin is in circulated condition, you're probably looking at a value of just around 25 cents, since it's still a modern coin. But here's where it gets interesting. Uncirculated or proof versions of the 2014 P quarter can fetch more than just face value. Some collectors are paying anywhere from $2 to $5 for coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially if they come from special proof sets. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth could a 2014 P Mint Mark Washington quarter be worth millions? Well, here's the kicker. As with any collectible, rarity and demand are key. While most 2014 P quarters are still valued at face value or slightly higher, certain rare variations or misprints can skyrocket in value. One of the most common reasons for a coin to be worth so much is due to minting errors. For example, there have been rare instances where a 2014 P quarter was struck with a double die or misaligned dies, making these coins incredibly valuable. In some cases, these error coins have been known to fetch tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Imagine finding a 2014 P quarter with an error that makes it unique. It could be worth up to a whopping $100,000 or even more, depending on the condition and the rarity of the error. So, how can you tell if your 2014 P quarter is one of those rare million-dollar finds? Start by examining the coin closely. Look for doubling on the lettering or design. This could indicate a double die error. You can also check the edge for misalignments or if the coin has a clipped planchet, where part of the coin's metal didn't fill the die properly. You'll want to make sure your coin is in excellent condition. The better the grade, the higher the value. If you think you've found something special, it might be worth sending it off to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and certification. In the world of coin collecting, even a coin like the 2014 P Mint Mark Washington quarter can have incredible value, especially when you know what to look for. If you have one of these quarters, be sure to check it for any possible minting errors or if it's in uncirculated condition. And remember, rarity and demand are what drive a coin's worth. We're diving deep into a fascinating coin, the 2006 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. You might think it's just another regular coin, but trust me, there's a lot more to this quarter than meets the eye. Stick around because it could be worth millions. That's right, the 2006 D Mint Mark Washington quarter might not be the first coin that comes to mind when you think of valuable quarters. But there's more to its history and potential than you'd expect. Let's break it down. In 2006, the United States Mint produced a new design for the Washington quarter as part of the state quarter program, which was a huge success from 1999 to 2008. The 2006 quarter specifically featured the Nevada state design, the first quarter to commemorate this state, showcasing the famous image of a wild Mustang horse and the state motto Battle Born. This design was a nod to Nevada's unique history, and the mint struck millions of them across the nation. These quarters were minted in two places, Denver and Philadelphia. The D Mint mark on the 2006 quarter indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint. But don't let the fact that millions of these were made fool you. Some rare versions of this coin are out there, and they could make you a lot of money. Typically, a regular 2006 D Washington quarter is worth only about 25 cents, its face value. However, coin collectors and experts have discovered that some of these quarters are worth significantly more, depending on their condition, mint errors, and other factors. Now, let's talk about the value. A perfectly uncirculated 2006 D Mint Mark Washington quarter, in gem quality condition, could be worth anywhere between $10 to $50, depending on its grade. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. But there's a very rare exception. Certain 2006 D quarters, which have minting errors or are part of specific rare finds, have been sold for millions of dollars. Let me explain. One of the most valuable versions of the 2006 D Mint Mark Washington quarter comes from a specific mint error, the double die variety. This means that the coin has a noticeable doubling effect on the letters and numbers, most often seen on the word Liberty or the date 2006. The error is caused during the minting process when the die is misaligned or improperly struck, causing multiple impressions of the same design. Coins with this error can fetch incredibly high prices. A single 2006 D double die Washington quarter has been known to sell at auction for anywhere from $50,000 to over $1 million, depending on the severity of the error and the coin's condition. That's right. A coin worth just 25 cents can suddenly jump to $1 million price tag. But don't get too excited just yet. Finding one of these errors isn't easy. You'll need to carefully inspect your 2006 D quarters, looking for any signs of doubled lettering or other minting flaws. Check for double impressions in the date, letters, or even the mint mark. Some quarters have a mirror-like finish that makes them stand out. Look for coins with sharp details and minimal wear. These could be worth more to collectors. Remember, condition is key. Coins in mint condition are always more valuable. So if you come across a 2006 D quarter that looks in near-perfect shape, you might have a rare find. If you believe you found a rare and valuable 2006 D mint mark Washington quarter, consider selling it through trusted platforms like online coin auctions, local coin shops, or even at major coin shows. Make sure to get your coin professionally graded by organizations like the PCGS or NGC to confirm its value. So, now you know that the 2006 D mint mark Washington quarter is more than just a regular coin. With the right error and condition, it could be worth a small fortune, potentially millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update on rare coins. Have any of you spotted a rare 2006 D quarter? Let us know in the comments below. We're going to explore a fascinating and valuable coin, the 1995 D mint mark Washington quarter dollar. You might think it's just a regular coin, but there's so much more to it. From its history to its surprising value today, and how it could be worth millions, let's take a closer look. Asterisk the Washington quarter, which features George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, has been in circulation since 1932. However, the 1995 D mint mark coin was part of the ongoing series produced at the Denver Mint, known for producing some of the most famous coins in U.S. history. This coin is one of many that make up the Washington quarter series, but 1995 marked an important year in the series as the U.S. Mint was ramping up production. In 1995, over 1.7 billion quarters were struck, but not all were created equal. The 1995 D Washington quarter was produced with a total mintage of approximately 637 million coins, which means on the surface it seems pretty common. But here's where it gets interesting. Some 1995 D quarters were struck with significant minting errors, like double dies, die cracks, and even off-center strikes. These errors can cause the coin to be worth far more than its face value. Quarters that are in mint state condition without visible wear and tear are highly sought after, especially coins with a sharp, clean strike and minimal scratches or blemishes. The most coveted of these coins, especially those with minting errors or perfect condition, have been known to fetch a hefty price at auction. Now, the big question, how much is a 1995 D Washington quarter worth? On average, a regular 1995 D quarter in circulated condition is only worth around 25 to 50 cents. However, coins in uncirculated condition can be worth between $2 to $5. That's still not a huge fortune, but it's more than just pocket change. Now, let's talk about the coins that can be worth a lot more. Some of the most valuable 1995 D quarters are those that feature rare minting errors. For example, a 1995 D double die quarter, where the design is doubled, can easily sell for $1,000 or more depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin. If you find a high-grade uncirculated 1995 D quarter, especially with a sharp strike and no visible wear, it could be worth up to $10,000. Yes, you heard that right. At auctions, rare 1995 D quarters have been known to fetch $100,000 or more, especially when paired with interesting error features, such as an off-center strike or a major die crack. Check the obverse and reverse for any signs of doubling in the design or areas where the images are misaligned. A double die error is one of the most valuable mistakes you can find. The higher the grade, the more your coin could be worth. Coins that are free of scratches, with sharp details and no wear on the design, are highly sought after by collectors. These occur when the coin isn't properly centered on the die during minting. They can make a coin look unique and are quite valuable. It all comes down to rarity and condition. While millions of these coins were minted, only a small fraction survive in perfect or near-perfect condition, and even fewer have rare errors. That's why finding a high-quality 1995 Washington quarter can feel like striking gold. Collectors are constantly hunting for the perfect example of these coins. Auction houses and private collectors alike are eager to pay top dollar for rare finds. So, there you have it. A deep dive into the history and value of the 1995 Washington $quarter coin. If you happen to find one of these in your change, take a close look. You might just have a coin worth more than you think. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below if you found any valuable coins yourself, or if you've ever come across a rare 1995 Washington quarter. We've got a fascinating topic to explore, one that's going to make any serious numismatist excited. We're talking about the elusive 1965 no-mint mark Washington $quarter coins. These coins aren't just part of history. They're incredibly rare, and in some cases, they could be worth millions of dollars. So, if you're looking to find out what makes these quarters so valuable, and if you have one in your collection, stay tuned. To understand the value of the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter, we first need to dive into a bit of history. The year 1965 was a turning point in U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint was experiencing a shortage of silver, and to address this, they switched from using 90% silver to a clad composition of copper and nickel. This was the first time since 1796 that the country would strike quarters with no silver content. But there's something even more interesting about the 1965 quarter. The U.S. Mint removed the mint mark, which had been a staple on all U.S. coins until that year. Normally, you could find a mint mark on the coin to show where it was produced: D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or P for Philadelphia. In 1965, the Philadelphia Mint didn't place any mint mark on the quarter, making it stand out in history. So, what makes the 1965 no mint mark quarter so rare and valuable? Well, it's all about the missing mint mark. Normally, you'd see a D or S on coins minted in Denver or San Francisco. But in 1965, Philadelphia issued coins without a mint mark to streamline production. As a result, collectors and experts believe that only a limited number of these no-mint mark Washington quarters were made. Over the years, many of them have been lost or damaged, making the surviving examples extremely scarce. Now, let's talk about the money side of things, because if you have one of these coins, you might just be holding a small fortune. In typical circulation, these 1965 no-mint mark quarters are worth around their face value, 25 cents. But that's not the whole story. If you have one in uncirculated condition, or better yet, one that's been graded by a professional organization like PCGS or NGC, the value can skyrocket. Graded coins, especially those in mint state or MS-65, can fetch anywhere from $10 to $50. But the true gold mine is in pristine specimens. Some coins in near-perfect condition have been known to reach up to $1,000 or more at auction. But here's where it gets really interesting. Rare varieties and misprints can boost that value even more. Coins with off-center strikes or die errors can go for tens of thousands of dollars. And if the coin is certified with an error, you could see it climbing into the millions at auction. Yes, I said millions. A famous example of this is a 1965 no-mint mark quarter with a major error that sold for over $1.5 million at an auction. Let's talk about how you can identify if you've got one of these rare 1965 no-mint mark quarters in your collection. The first thing you want to look for is the date, 1965, of course. Then, check the reverse side. If you don't see a mint mark near the bottom, that's your first sign. But don't just assume it's a 1965 no-mint mark. Always inspect it for additional signs of rarity, like unusual wear, die cracks, or double strikes. So, let's say you do find one of these elusive 1965 no-mint mark quarters. What should you do? First off, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can significantly decrease its value, so just leave it as is. Next, get it professionally graded. A reputable grading company like NGC or PCGS will give your coin an official grade and authentication. This can make all the difference when it comes time to sell or auction your coin. To wrap up, the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar is a fascinating and highly sought-after coin in the world of numismatics. While most of these quarters are worth just a quarter, the few rare, uncirculated, or error-struck pieces could be worth a fortune, even millions. So, take a good look at your coin collection and who knows, you might just have one of these rarities tucked away.